to guarantee going viral. 1, date Taylor Swift. 2, call out Roman Reigns.
Welcome to the most must-see WWE talk show in history. Welcome to Miz TV.
Hey, this is TBK here, Turnbuckle King here. Got a good one for you guys tonight. Happy New Year to you all. We got WWE Smackdown live commentary show reaction. This is a special Smackdown, first of the new year, Smackdown New Year's Revolution. Now we will cover, of course, all the matches, cover everything that happened tonight. Also, we'll cover a little Russell Week news. So thank you all for coming out. We will cover that. And let's go over tonight a SmackDown Year's Revolution review. So we'll cover that. With that being said, let's get into it. And come into the ring. Through the ropes, hit the like and subscribe as you come in. So let's get into that right now. All right. We got the matches here. It was supposed to be for, AJ versus Randy Orton versus LA Knight, Io versus Michin, Santos versus Kevin. And the tag team matches are pretty deadly, and Butch and the mystery partner, and Roman Reigns returning. So we got plenty of stuff going on tonight. Of course, we got to cover from the beginning all the way to here. That we will do. All right. So SmackDown talks about Rock calling out Roman on Raw. So we got that going on. Then we later got Santos and Kevin for the first match of the evening. Now we have that. This was a good match. Kevin Owens, he came out swinging literally. He had a good thing going. He could show you that he really wanted the United States Championship opportunity as he fought for everything. But, we had Santos had his new allies, Angel Garza and Humberto out there. But, Kevin Owens still did his thing regardless, despite what's going to happen. So, I like good move. I like what Kevin Owens did. I like how he did the off the top rope senton. Where he grabbed the senton off the rope. It was good. Of course, the cannonball that he does, everything. So it was good, though. I gotta give that to Kevin Owens. Definitely did his thing tonight. Definitely did his thing. So, like I said, no complaints there with him. He did what he could. Gotta give that to KO. But definitely, with KO, he definitely fought every fight he could. He put up a match. Santos had a little offense there too, but despite that, it was showing that, and of course Logan Paul came out. He came out during the match, and like I said, the match that's covered here. Let's see. We got Logan that came out. And of course, the first match is this one. Kevin versus Santos. But anyway, we had Logan Paul running his mouth. He's saying one thing. He said that was funny, good on commentary, being entertaining. Kevin Owens, he got those tattoos. He's, making fun of him. He said, He was saying how good of a champion he's been. You know, he only defended for 62 days. I don't know what's up with WWE mentioned how many days somebody was champion. That's been going on since Roman. Then we had with Gunther, then Rhea, then Seth. I mean, I wish they take the emphasis on how many days you had a belt. You guys will make belts prestigious, but you're really reaching at that point. And then, you know, Logan mentioned too that Kevin is gonna fight. Is Kevin, you know, he was talking trash about Kevin basically. Then of course, Santos during the match worked on Kevin's broken hand. I liked how they worked on that, made it seem was weak, but KO still kept fighting back. KO hit the pop-up power bomb the first time. Santos reversed it. Great County turned to Hurricanrana. Then he did it again. Kevin Owens did it again, and then this time he hit. They landed him with a stunner, and he eventually defeated Santos, and he's going to go off and face Logan Paul at the Royal Rumble for the United States Championship. Kevin Owens has officially won the tournament. Then Logan Paul came out, cut a little promo saying the shot Kevin has to beating me is the same shot as I don't follow hockey, but I think he said connects somebody winning the Stanley Cup. Kevin Owens just hit him with the cast. That was it. Took him down. They made fun of it. They made fun of Logan when they said he had 62 days. That was like you never defend your title, which I agree. But Kevin Owens did defeat Santos, and he's going to go face Logan here at the Royal Rumble. So Kevin has won the first match of the evening. Great match, great way to kick off the New Year's Revolution. It seemed like they're going to put the United States title on Kevin Owens unless Logan Paul cheats. My prediction of will Kevin Owens win at Royal Rumble? It makes sense for Kevin to win, to go through this hurdle. He had a great match with Santos tonight, great match with Carmelo Hayes. He went through a great tournament. And I think it'd be fitting for him to win. Logan Paul's a part-timer. Hell, he's probably seasonal at this point. It was just an accolade on his belt that he won a United States belt. He does not defend that belt. We already got enough part-time champions with Roman Reigns at this point, so we don't need no more. So I think the perfect guy for that job is Kevin Owens to take over that belt. I think he's the guy for that position. I think he's the perfect guy to take over. So that's my opinion on that. You can't tell me no different. And you guys in live chat and playback, let me know what do you think of Kevin Owens possibly winning the championship. I think he has what it takes to win. So you guys let me know what you think of that. Of what to think of who's going to win at Royal Rumble, because Royal Rumble is a few weeks away. It's at the end of the month, so it's going to be a monumental Royal Rumble. I'm thinking about Money in the Bank, that announcement yesterday. Excuse me, but that's the first match of the evening. Now, with that being said, let's move on to the next match of the SmackDown New Year's Revolution. Let's see what that is. All right. And then later on, I think Austin Theory and Rich Walsh checked on Logan. Then they talk the highlights for the night. Randy Orton coming back. And, of course, they talk about Orton, Knight, and Styles. Then Bobby Bobby Lashley. He comes out. He cuts a promo with Street Profits. And after they cut the promo, we get a little surprise. We get Karrion Kross, and we get the return of AOP. And they attack the Street Lashley and the Street Profits. So this is the first time we've seen Street Profits in a minute. They have not been seen about 4 years in 2020. So this is good to have them there. I believe that there would be a good addition to helping, I guess, Karrion Kross lackey, because let's face it, Karrion Kross has not done nothing since he's been back, nothing on the main roster. Since he's been on SmackDown, since he came back for release, Karrion Kross has done nothing. AOP hasn't been around in years. So not only will this be a boost to AOP, it'll be a boost to Karrion Kross as well. He needs it. He's not doing anything for that matter. He's not doing anything. He needs that push. He needs the help. Whatever he could do, whatever the company could get him to do, he needs to get over regardless of the fact. He needs to get over. I hope AOP helps Karrion Kross, and I hope AOP is helped too. The last time AOP was seen, they was paired with Seth Rollins when he was the Messiah on Monday Night Raw. It started out good, but they ended up releasing him later on. Before they either get off with Seth Rollins, them two AOP being his muscle was gone. So hopefully history doesn't repeat itself. It shouldn't. Vince McMahon's not running things no more. We got Triple H and a whole brand new regime. Hopefully AOP can get it together this time. So that's what I'm hoping for with the whole AOP return to WWE. It's been speculation for weeks that they'll be back, and they are. They are definitely back now, and they made their mark by attacking Lashley and the Street Profits. So, like I said, Karrion Kross, they all need a push. Karrion Kross ain't doing nothing. AOP just came back. They were released. So hopefully this little stable helps both AOP and Karrion Kross, because they need the push they can get. Trust me. I mean that. They need that. But what do you guys think of that? Of AOP coming back to WWE and being paired up with Karrion Kross? Is this a good link up of putting all three together? Or putting the two together, just say AOP as a group? Is this a good link up, or is it a bad idea? I think it's a good idea. They fit well perfectly with characters and everything. I just hope it don't flop. I hope they do not flop. This don't flop and it works, because AOP already flopped once, and if they can't make it work this time around under new regime, there's nothing I can tell you at this point. Nothing. So they need to make this work at all costs. Make this work. I like AOP. They were monsters on NXT. And like I said, when they was helping Seth Rollins under the Messiah character, it was helping him. So hopefully this gets somewhere. Definitely. I would like to see more of this. Now, that's the end of this segment. We'll move on to the next segment or match and see what happens next. So let's go on, move on. Let's get back to the rest of New Year's Revolution. So I believe we get our second match of the evening. We get Io versus Michin. Whatever her name is. Mia Yim is what I call her. I don't know why I gave her that stupid nigga name. Stupid name. Don't make no damn sense. Well, anyway, let's move on. Let's move on, see what's going on. Now, this match here is for the WWE Women's Championship. So let's see what's going on during this match. That's not match to be highlighted right now. They had a good, solid match. Michin came out with Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson, and they head to the back. She went to face on the arm. They did that part. Another thing that happened, we had Michin had a lot of offense, locking up with Io, and it shows. Yes, I remember Io grabbed me and Michin, Mia Yim said whatever her name is. I'm just gonna say Mia Yim. Let's cut it out. I like how they kept getting offense on each other. And I'm glad there was no damage control out there like that. It was just those two alone. So I like how right here Mitch has a black slide for near fall. I like how Mitch and also for the top rope did a I think they said she did. I think she. I like the gut wrench suplex that Mia Yim did in the cannonball. She did like a little, yeah, a brutal half Nelson Dragon suplex for a near fall, and I thought she had EO at that point, but it was a 2 count, and Sky barely kicked out of that one. And they said that it was. And I noticed it might be a slight wardrobe malfunction as she fixes her top. It went to break. Yep. So I noticed that little wardrobe with Mia Yim. She looked kind of odd there. But anyway, back to the match. There were near falls. I know Io Scott tried to go for the moonsault. She missed. Mia put her legs up. At one point. But Mia Yim got her the second time. She grabbed me. Mia had grabbed her on the apron, but she used the ropes to target her leg. Then she hit the springboard, hit with the forearm. Then she hit it with the German suplex, hit the three. That's it. She defeats her. And I think it was that's right. Io grabbed the rope. That's true. I'm sorry. I like this near fall here too. Mia hit the Styles Clash on top of the ropes. Then she grabbed the ropes to save the rope for barely to save her belt. And then, of course, like I said, Io hit the over the moonsault, and that was it. So like I said, Mia blocked her legs the first time. We got a second time. And like I said, Mia Yim put up a great fight. And as stated here, Io retains. Io is still the WWE Women's Champion. So this was a solid match. I don't know who will win the Women's Royal Rumble, who will challenge her at the Royal Rumble for the championship. Challenge her at WrestleMania for the championship, who will win at the Rumble to challenge her. Like I said, I like Io, great talent, but let's be honest here. Her championship reign, considering it's her first one, I understand that too, has not been stellar. It's been a lackluster booking. It's not because Io can't wrestle. She's been booked horrible champion. And this is one of the very few times that Io's been booked without interference from damage control and actually retain her match on her own. My question is why she couldn't be booked more like that before, despite being the heel. Why she can't be booked like that more? We need more of Io being retaining her belt this way. Why does she also have that interference from either Bailey or for the rest of damage control? They say Bailey don't come out, then Bailey comes out. Then she helps retain, or Io barely retains with Bailey. I would like more matches like this where Io can retain the belt on her own. She's talented enough to win the belt and retain it on her own. She doesn't always need damage control help, and we need more matches like this because I like how this match went down. Even though Io barely made it out, she still made it on her own. I like how this match went. We just need more of it. I like how Io retained. But they booked her as a weak champion. That's the bottom line. She's been booked as a poor champion. I know she can wrestle. I know she can go in the ring, but booking's been poor with her since she's won that belt. And it should be better than that. Io's the best talent. Remember, Io was the NXT Women's Champion several years ago. She was a monster then. I know she got that monster in her. I saw it. I would like to see more of that. That's all. I'd like to see a lot more of it, of the way she's being booked. So that's my take on that. She could do better as champion. Let her be booked better and better. I know she'll be booked better. So that's the only thing I have an issue with. She be booked much better as champion. That's the bottom line with that. But like I said, solid match. Solid match tonight. We got a couple more matches on the card. And like I said, I'll get into my whole review of SmackDown New Year's Revolution. So I'll give my own review on that. Definitely. So with that being said, let's continue on and let's see what's going on with the rest of SmackDown New Year's Revolution. But definitely, great match. All right, next up we have Bianca comes out and talks to EO. I'll get to that later. Pretty Deadly had a match against Butch and a tag team partner of his choosing. And this is this match right here, in case you guys don't know. Let's see. This is the match here. The Tyler Bate is Butch Mystery tag team partner, and they defeated Pretty Deadly in the tag team match. You know, Tyler Bate and Butch go way back to NXT UK days, when he was known as Pete Dunne, former NXT KU champion, same as what's his name? Pete Dunne and both Tyler Bate, both champions. But meanwhile, like I said before, they had a good, that was okay match. It was not bad. Like I said, it showed it was just demonstrating the chemistry and telling the story how Tyler Bate was helping Butch out. Butch had no partner, as Rich Hollis now NXT turn on him. I think the week of Survivor Series, and Shane's is still out with an injury. So that's the thing with that. But that's the thing. It was, like I said, it's a good way to. I don't know what's going to happen with Butch. I don't know what's going to happen with. I don't know if Shane's coming back, but it, like I said, it just showed a great chemistry of them. We saw how, and it was Tyler Bates' debut on SmackDown, and we saw that, and I think, Tyler Driver 97 was hit, and then they both hit it, and then they both won. Butch and Tyler Bate won. Like I said, this was not spectacular. I mean, we know how talented Tyler and Butch are, but it's pretty obvious it's going to be Pretty Deadly. Just saying, I'm stating the facts here, whether you guys like it or not. Like I said, this was kind of a dud match, whatever. But you guys let me know what you think of this particular match. What happened tonight? It's nothing spectacular in my opinion. Okay, it was just telling a story. I get it. Telling a quick story of Butch needed a tag team partner since he was all on his lonesome. That's the way I saw it, at least. But yeah, this match is all I have regarding this match. And we have the main event match tonight. And this main event match is no other than, yes, we have LA Knight versus Randy Orton versus AJ Styles. A threat match. Whoever wins gets to face Roman Reigns at the Royal Rumble for the undisputed WWE Universal Championship. This match started off very fast. Showed AJ going in. I know there were times it was mostly two in the ring. One was out. LA Knight was either out, Randy and AJ, and vice versa, or Randy out and AJ and LA Knight. Randy did a little backbreaker on the announce table, then AJ did it to him. Lo and behold, it seemed like Randy Orton could have got it. AJ Styles, he got some offense. He hit. LA Knight took him out the ring. He tried to do phenomenal form on Randy. Top rope. Randy hit the RKO top rope. Randy's going for the pin. And we get Roman and the rest of the bloodline to come out and attack him. These guys come out. It's Roman, it's Solo, and it's Jimmy. They attack all three men. Roman orders Solo to go out and attack them. The next thing you know, we got them all attacking each other and all that. So we'll pull that up here. And after Roman attacks, he spears LA Knight. He spears Solo. I'm saying not Solo, AJ. And then Randy Orton. They all taken out by Roman. He puts the one up, power bombs AJ. And like I said, LA Knight was bloody. Superman punched to him. Then later on, a spear. He speared all three of them. So that's the thing with that. And then Roman talks trash to all of them. But Roman thinks that's it. But I saw Nick Aldis standing there, and he made the announcement. He said it right there that for the match at Royal Rumble, since it was an interference, it will be a four-way match at the Royal Rumble for the undisputed WWE Universal Championship. It will be LA Knight versus Randy Orton versus AJ Styles versus the undisputed WWE Universal Champion. Head of the table, Roman Reigns, the Tribal Chief. And that's what Nick Aldis told Paul Heyman. And I knew he was going to do that. Once I saw Bloodline come out, I knew they was going to interfere. And I knew there was going to be a four-way match. Nick Aldis standing there being all cool. I said, it's going to be a four-way match. That's why he let Roman and Rock out, do what they want to do. What's to be expected for the four-way match? Here's the thing. I see why they did it this way. They did that because Randy couldn't get his one-on-one against Roman. They're going to save that for a later date. AJ Styles won his one-on-one against Roman. They're going to save that for a later date. And LA Knight already had his one-on-one match against Roman at Crown Jewel a few months ago. Well, back in November, 2 months ago. So they're going to put them all together. It's going to be a four-way match at Royal Rumble, which is something we haven't seen in a title match at Royal Rumble in a while. So only one-on-one. We haven't seen that in a minute. The last match I do remember at Royal Rumble being a triple threat or four-way was 2015 Brock Lesnar, WWE Champion time, against John Cena and Seth freaking Rollins. And Seth Rollins was the Money in the Bank contract holder at the time, and that was a great match. I believe Rollins was the one pinned by Brock Lesnar to retain his title. So that's the closest thing we have to more than other than a one-on-one match for a title match at the Royal Rumble. So 2015, that's 9 years ago. Why not have it some at 9 years later? So I knew Randy wasn't going to get his one-on-one right away. He just came back, and definitely not AJ. So they had to do it this way. But best believe we will get a one-on-one match, Randy versus Roman later on. And like I said, AJ also one-on-one against Roman later on in the near future. We will get that at some point. I don't know when. Could be, I don't know if it's WrestleMania. Could it be Money in the Bank? Could it be SummerSlam? Could it be Survivor Series? Who knows? But it will be somewhere down the line at that particular point. It will be at that point. Now, I cover a good portion, and we're not done exactly yet. We'll put a plug on IG and X. Bye-bye. Check out more. Come to the Red Carpet Ring on YouTube. So, with that being said, what do you guys think of this four-way match at Royal Rumble? Like I said, I think like they did this for a reason. They're gonna step the one-on-one matches later since it was interrupted. Um, and then too, you guys gotta remember too, not only these matches I mentioned will be down the line, there will also be a draft coming up. We're gonna have a draft every April, May-ish. We're in January right now, so look for the next 3-4 months to get a draft. All these guys we see on the screen right now, they may not be on the same brand coming down the next draft. AJ could very well go back to Raw. Randy Orton could go back to Raw, or LA Knight could go to Raw, and some's gonna stay. But I think LA Knight, since he faced Roman already, he had the match Crown Jewel, even though Jimmy Uso interfered on Roman's behalf, put his leg up on the ropes. LA Knight is going to go to Raw. Why? Because LA Knight's a very popular superstar. If I'm not mistaken, he just recently got 2023 breakout start of the year. He had a very, very, very good merchandise sales with the Yes shirts. He was up there with Stone Cold Steve Austin shirts and the legendary NWO shirts. The guys who held down those merchandise for over 20 years, and LA Knight was up there right there with him this past year, along with Cody Rhodes too. Can't leave him out. But I can see LA Knight getting drafted from SmackDown to Raw. This happens all the time. They start out on SmackDown, build a name for themselves, get high in popularity. When the next draft comes, they go to Raw, the number one flagship brand show for sports entertainment for WWE. We just had this going with Gunther in the past year. When he started his legendary Intercontinental title reign. He started out, he won the title when Intercontinental title was on SmackDown. He got popular, he rose up, had good matches, put more prestige on the title, and they drafted him to Raw. Same thing we have with LA Knight. I'm calling it right now, January 5th, 2024. LA Knight will get drafted from SmackDown to Raw on the next draft. I'll be very surprised if he stays on SmackDown. So with that being said, that omits him after this 4-way match is done. Randy and AJ will get their one-on-one matches against Roman for the belt. They never had it. LA already had his. So his stuff's done. Will he get retribution against Bloodline? More likely not. Let's be real. It's not happening. But I will say LA Knight is still a popular guy, and he can build feuds on other brands. That don't mean that's the end of LA Knight either. He can still start something fresh and new, great rivalry, or even win a mid-card title. Something I prefer he needs before he gets to a world title, but that's just me. So that's all I have regarding the whole SmackDown, the New Year's Revolution. That's the review I have for that. So we are done for this portion of the show. But stay tuned. We ain't going nowhere. We'll cover a little Wrestle Week news. We'll cover what's going on in the wrestling world, what's going on within WWE, AEW, or TNA, or even NWA. So this is what we have for Wrestle Week news. Welcome to Wrestle Week news. We are here now. So we got some stories here. Man, in Wrestle Week news, Wrestling News Week, I should say. Wrestle Week news, day and night is what I do here. It will be men's and women's entries for a Rumble. Who will win? Before we get to those two stories, we're gonna cover some other stories. It'll be, we'll say, two stories coming up. Then we'll probably get into that one of what's going on in the wrestling world today. So let's head off to that. Now, first order of business here. We got a preview for next week's SmackDown. Belair versus Bayley, LWO versus Belair versus Bayley, That's one match. This is next week on SmackDown. And 3 matches have been advertised for next week's episode, January 12th. The first match will be, again, the feud that we had over and over, yarning. Bianca Belair versus Bayley for the millionth time in the row. So excited to see this feud again, but we'll see what's going on. Let's read the rest on this article. One of the matches taking place of Bianca Belair and Bayley, both women look to gain momentum and head towards the 2024 Royal Rumble match. Also set for next week's episode, January 12th, the Latino World Order, Joaquin Wilde and Cruz del Toro. I can never remember these guys' names. Will take on Angel Garza and Humberto Carrillo, however you pronounce it. They'll be accompanied by former Latino World Order member Santos Escobar. And also we have Cameron Grimes versus Grayson Waller. This is the preview for SmackDown next week. We got 3 matches announced. 3. So we got 3 matches announced for next week. This is next week's SmackDown January 12th preview matches. I'm pretty sure there's going to be more. It doesn't say anything about Roman Reigns being on the card. He will not be there. So I know he was here tonight. And then also Roman laughed about The Rock, the comments he made. And of course, Paul Heyman cut a little promo about it. Forgot to mention those. But anyway, anywho, so next week we got Bayley versus Bianca. This is I hope it's not boring. And like I said, I missed Cameron Grimes versus Grayson Waller. But I'm pretty sure we're gonna get a promo of Kevin Owens and Logan Paul leading up to a Rumble. And I know AJ, LA Knight, and Randy's going to discuss how it's a 4-way match. I know the 3 men are not excited about that, but unfortunately, that's what's going to happen. It's in the cards. That's what's going to go down. So it sucks, but that's how it's going to be. That's how it will be. But this is going to be the week after, like I said, tonight's SmackDown New Year's Revolution. This will be the following week, and these are the matches advertised. But the main event will be Bianca versus Bayley next week on SmackDown. So now, so far, even though some of the cards have been announced, what do you guys think of them already announcing 3 matches for next week on SmackDown for January 12th? I just hope better matches are put on the card, I would say. Bayley, unless there's a real story built with Bayley and Bianca, Bayley's going to leave Damage Control and be with Bianca. Don't make sense to me, but that's me. Santos accompanying the Angel and Humberto, that makes sense. It's a new stable. Grayson Waller versus Cameron Grimes. Come on, nobody cares about Cameron Grimes. No one cares about Grayson like that. So, like I said, seems kind of weak right now. Hopefully that they're going to upgrade this card, make it better. This is not what we fans want on WWE TV. So, it's just the beginning. We'll see where it goes. But you guys let me know what you think of the early next week of SmackDown 112 preview of the matches. Match card for SmackDown January 12th next week on Friday on Fox. That is the card so far, and I know it'll be upgraded beginning of next week. Now, with that being said, that's all I have regarding Bianca Belair versus Bayley in the LWO versus Los Lotharios and Grayson Waller and Cameron Grimes. So we're going to head off and get into the next story. Pull that up for a second. So we're back. We're going to head off with the next story. Let's see what that next story is. What's going on? What else in the wrestling world before we get to the main events here? Let's see what's going on. All right. WWE has offered an NXT deal to Camille. The latest on Camille, according to Mike Johnson, a PWI insider, Camille has been offered a deal by WWE to join NXT. It is unknown if Camille has accepted the deal. FIFO Select published a final report on Camille on December 27th, which was that a week and a half ago. A big NWA deal is set to expire soon. As we learn more about the deal, Camille has been anchor of the National Wrestling Alliance Women's Division for several years, with a history world title reign under her belt. However, as things stand, it appears she's poised to leave the company on January 1st, which was Monday. NWA sources claim that Camille gave her notice to the company back in October. She retained a 6-month option that would have seen an increase in pay, but instead she has opted to move on. Camille has WWE tryouts in the past, 2 since 2016, including when she had no wrestling experience. Canyon Seaman, who is now out of the company, took an interest in her. So there is no confirmation that Camille has signed a deal with WWE. Now, something's been offered to her, but we don't know if she's going to sign yet. The question is, former NWA Women's Champion, is she on her way to sign with WWE, or is she going to weigh her options? Because maybe she's going to shop around, see where she get a deal at, or maybe she don't like the fact she's going to the NXT developmental division first before the main roster. I mean, Camille, I've been watching NWA a little bit lately for the past couple months. Respect to her, you were the NWA Women's Champion, but let's face it, NWA is the lowest of the lowest. Go to AEW, go to TNA. You're pretty much down with independent circuit. Whether you was world champion for how many days, it doesn't matter. You're not about to come into WWE, go straight to the main roster, and do your thing coming from a very small company. And since she didn't have no wrestling experience back in 2016, what was that, 7 years ago? Well, 8 years ago now. 8 years ago, I'm sorry. They have to see what's going on with Camille and where's her expertise in wrestling at. They're going to test you out with the Performance Center, then going to NXT first. They want to see where her skill level is at. They want to see how good she really is in the ring, how her conditioning is. So it makes sense to test her out. And I think that she don't want to go to NXT. She's not signed a deal, or she's just weighing other options. Maybe she's looking to shop around with AEW, see what they can offer her. Probably, I don't think she should go over there because Deonna Purrazzo just went over there from TNA. I don't see what's going to happen with her. I don't know if Camille was signed. I know her husband, real life husband, Thom Latimer, who's with NWA. He was the ex-husband of Charlotte Flair. She's the last dude she married before Andrade back in 2013. They had a little domestic issue. You know, remember Charlotte had an issue with him? Well, that's Camille's husband. So I don't know what's going to happen with Camille. Is she going to sign to NWA? I mean, is she going to sign with NXT or not? I don't know if she's going to, because she already think that it's time to move on from NWA. So I don't know if she's going to sign or she'll go somewhere else. But she ain't going to the main roster. And she may feel some type of way about that. But you have to start somewhere. You're not about to come in from that small company, NWA. You don't even have no major sponsors. It's really independent company ran by Billy Corgan. We use all his upfront money to pay you guys. And the funding, you're not about to go from that to the biggest corporation, WWE, and go straight to the main roster off the top. You're kidding me, Camille. That's what you think. That's if that's how you feel. So you got to start somewhere regardless. Whether you were the world champion or no champion. You still got to start somewhere. It's NWA all this time. You develop the skill. You hold your crap over it some time. But you still got to start somewhere when we come to WWE. So with that being said, what do you guys think of Emil not taking a deal yet from WWE? Should she wear options or should she just count her blessings, go ahead and sign a contract right away? I think she should wear options, see what's available to her first, shop around, AEW, and TNA possibly. See what they can offer. It may be the same amount of money that NXT is offering, but I think she's turned this down because she's not going to the main roster. In my opinion, I think she feels offended because she feels like she should be on the main roster and should get a little more money because she was the world champion in NWA. So she, like I said, I think she weigh all her options out, talk to other promotions. Yeah, if you talk to all promotions, decide what's the best number for you and what's best for business for you and your family. I think that's what Camille focus on. Once she figures that out, the rest will follow. You got to think things through first before you sign your name on a dotted line on that contract or whatever company you go to. And that's all I have regarding WWE has offered a NXT deal to Camille. Now we're going to head to the main event. Double main event, we'll cover one part first, then we'll get to the second. So let's get that right now. And this was actually discussed earlier, but we're going to highlight it now. As you see in the title, it is Bianca Belair declares for 2024 Women's Royal Rumble. And let's see what it says here. She announced it earlier tonight on SmackDown. Let's see. It is Royal Rumble season in WWE. The annual event is scheduled to take place on Saturday, January 27th. We'll keep track of all participants announced for the 2024 Women's Royal Rumble with this post. First, we get Bayley declared for the Rumble while commentary was the 15th episode. Nia Jax announced that she was entering the Royal Rumble match a few days later on Monday Night Raw, December 18th, a week before Christmas. Recently, on day one, or right after day one, yesterday, Becky Lynch declared for the match during the 2024 preview special. And tonight, Bianca Belair declared for the match during WWE Smackdown New Year's Revolution. So right now, as of now, January 5th, we have 4 women that have declared a spot in the Royal Rumble. 4 so far. And we don't know what the orders are, what the order sequence is, who got what particular numbers, but that would be interesting to know who's going to win this Royal Rumble. That's the crazy part. Who's going to win? Who will win? Who will win? That's the major question here. Who's definitely going to win? We got to know. Bianca Belair is the latest superstar to declare for the Rumble. So, that's going to be interesting to know. But we have one more. That's part 1 of the Royal Rumble. Who's going to win this Women's Royal Rumble? I don't know who's going to win. You guys don't know what you think. Bianca's won the Royal Rumble already. It could be Becky. Becky could win the Royal Rumble. It could be Becky Lynch. She's never won it. Bayley's not going to win. Nia's not going to win. It could be Becky. No, Becky's won it before. She won in 2019. I don't know who's going to win this year. I honestly don't know who will win the Women's Royal Rumble. It could be Bayley. She's never won. But I don't think she's going to win. And Bayley's already won. Bianca and Becky's already won. So many names with B's. Can't keep up with one. I don't know who's going to win this Royal Rumble for the women's side. Bayley would make sense in a way. But I don't know. I'm not sure who will win this particular women's Royal Rumble match. So we have to see. That's kind of a hard one right now. I could say Bayley, or I could say this is a hard one. It's pretty much up in the air who's going to win this one. It's up in the air at this point. I have to decide who's going to win the women. Could be Bayley, or could be maybe somebody from Raw. And more likely maybe somebody from Raw to win. Because somebody needs to challenge Rhea. She needs to look real threat. But like I said, Bianca has definitely declared for the Royal Rumble. We're going to mention two of who is going to declare for men's. So that's all I have regarding this part of the story. And we're going to get to the second part of the main header. And I know I forgot to cover the SmackDown New Year's Revolution. I'll cover that too. All right. We got the second part of the doubleheader. Bobby Lashley joins 2024 Royal Rumble, updated on men's participants. Let's see. It's Royal Rumble season. Similar to the women's, the annual event scheduled to take January 27th. They're keeping track of all the men's in the Royal Rumble list. What's going on? So let's see. We got Cody Rhodes the first to declare, make his announcement on a November 27th episode of Raw, right after Thanksgiving, or right before Thanksgiving. He won the 2023 Royal Rumble. CM Punk was next to declare as he made the announcement after signing with Raw on the December 11th episode of the show. Shinsuke Nakamura declared for the match during the 2024 preview special today. And then Bobby Lashley is the current superstar that declared the 2024 will be his year that he will be part of the Royal Rumble on the January 5th episode of SmackDown, New Year's Revolution. So right now, we have 4 men, as we said, we have 4 women. Cody, CM Punk, Shinsuke, and Bobby. Out of these 4, CM Punk is the best obvious one to win. Cody won last year. Shinsuke, they ain't doing nothing with you. Bobby, you already been WWE champion as of recent. So it would make sense for it to go to Bobby. I'm sorry, not Bobby, but CM Punk. So at least that's how I see it. Bobby Lashley declares for the men's Royal Rumble. I don't know what's going on with the Bobby and Street Profits. It seemed like one week they're heels, then after a while, they're getting cheered when they got attacked by AOP tonight and Karrion Kross. I don't know. I mean, the Street Profits changed their name. Bobby had told he had steered away from Street Profits first, saying, "Hey, you guys need to have more aggression, more fighting you than they do. There's no official name for this stable." Yeah, they were booed and they're cheered. I don't know what's going on. I haven't seen Street Profits done anything significant yet. Bobby, I know, is supposed to be a leader of this little group or faction. Then they showed the tease at one point. B-Fab from Hit Row was talking to Bobby. Then that fell through. What is going on with the stable between Bobby and Street Profits? I don't know. But do I see Bobby winning this Royal Rumble? No, I don't. I don't see him winning at all. I don't see him winning. Nope. I don't see it happening. Not at all. So, man, I don't see it happening. I don't. Like I said, Bobby won a title 2 years ago at Royal Rumble against Brock Lesnar, who's champion. With with interference from Roman Reigns, of course, helping him. But I don't see Bobby winning. If anything, CM Punk will win. That's why I think we'll win the men's 2024 Royal Rumble. Punk's never won it. It'd be great for the story. As I know, Cody Rhodes needs to finish the story, but CM Punk needs to finish what he started. Period. So CM Punk's story is more interesting than Cody. No offense to Cody Rhodes, but I don't see Bobby or definitely not Cody winning. And Shinsuke, it's not even an option. Let's be real. So I see CM Punk winner as of now. But Bobby Lashley declaring, I don't know what the numbers are for these men, but there's no specific number for this. So I don't see that happening. Now, before we end this part, it's one part I want to cover that I did miss out on. And we are also here at the TBS Turnbuckle Station. Let's not forget that tonight. At TBS, I forgot to cover my review of SmackDown New Year's Revolution. So I will get my final review on that. And my review that I have, gotta be honest, a 3 out of 5. My review of this shows a 3 out of 5. And I'm gonna say why. Similar to Raw Day 1, we had a tag team thrown together. It didn't make no sense. They just need a filler to help Butch, which was Tyler Bate. The Mia Yim match and EO was solid. I did not like the ending of the main event, which was Randy, LA Knight, and AJ. They had Roman attack all men. Nigga, I was just standing there. He didn't even stop it. And he said it's going to be a 4-way match. I mean, it makes sense why they would do it. I just don't like how it would have ended. But I see why they did it, though. But, I don't know. Even not so much how the match ended, is during the match, it was okay at best. That's what I think the issue was. The best match of the night was Kevin Owens versus Santos Escobar for the championship opportunity for the United States Championship. It was the end of the United States tournament. That was the best match. Because we had that match. We had Mia Yim. EO was a solid match. And we had the tag team. And then, of course, the triple threat. So only like 2 matches. EO versus Mia Yim, Mitchin. And then, of course, the beginning of the match kickoff was Kevin Owens and Santos. So 3 out of 5. Honestly, day 1 was better than this, but it's 3 out of 5. This was my review. It was okay. Could have been better. Now, it'd been nice if I wish he was healed. That could have been if Sheamus was healed and came to help Butch. Maybe that got a little huge pop, been a better match. But Tyler Bate was solid. I like Tyler Bate. But he's an NXT star. He's not SmackDown. So we know that was just a one-off deal. Tyler Bate's a part of NXT roster. But this was an okay review. It was all right. Could have been a little bit better. Absolutely. We kind of deep down knew that the triple threat match in the main event would not be in clean like it should. We know some interference is going to be involved with Roman in the bloodline. We knew that was going to happen. It's just that match itself before interference wasn't all that, except for the RKO from top rope for Randy. It's just saying the chemistry wasn't all there with LA, Randy, and AJ. AJ and Randy got good chemistry. It's like all three of them Like I said, a triple threat is hard to pull. You got to have a chemistry there to pull off a good match. And as to see that chemistry with those men there, like I said, it's not so much the ending. It's just even before the ending, they get to that part. It did not get there. I wish they got there, but it didn't, unfortunately. So we got to see what happens with that one. But it was all right match. It was okay. It was all right. I would say it was all right. Um, Now AOP returning and carrying across the Tactic Street Profits was a good segment. Good promo. That wasn't bad. Like I said earlier tonight, I hope AOP and Carrying Cross the writers are booking with these guys. Are they doing something with them and not just having them sitting there like lame ducks and wasting their talent? Hopefully something's being ran with them. Hopefully it's being booked correctly. Hopefully it is. I would hate for that to be a waste. And like I said, the Mia Yim, we knew she wasn't gonna be EO, but she got close. That was the other great match of the night. They had a good match going. And for once, like I said, EO did not need help from Dance Control. No interference from Bailey, not from Kairi Zane, not from Asuka. Nobody interfered in that match. That was very solid, very respectable. I like how that ended. And who EO next challenger is, I do not know. It depends on who wins the Royal Rumble. And also depends on if the Royal Rumble challenger does not pick EO and they pick Rhea, it will be the Elimination Chamber winner of that match. They would challenge EO. So either way, EO Sky will have a challenger at WrestleMania 40 for her WWE Women's Championship, regardless of the fact who wins. It would be Royal Rumble or Elimination Chamber winner of those matches. So I'm just trying to see who her next challenger be. Will Bailey win? She challenge her? Or will Jade Cargill debut? Or whoever debut will be surprise entry? Will it be Shotzi? Will she get a shot? She did good at Survivor Series War Games match. Charlotte's not around. She's omitted from being mentioned because she just had surgery. Get well, Charlotte. I'm just saying, I'm interested to see who her next challenger is. Like I said earlier tonight, EO Sky title reign has been lackluster. It's not been spectacular like it should be. Very lackluster. And it's become a joke. Let's be real. But hopefully we'll see what happens with that. And Kevin Owens, he's going to face Logan Paul. More likely beat Logan Paul unless Logan Paul somehow cheat like he did to win the belt when he beat Rey Mysterio with the brass knuckles, and then they get their feud extended through Elimination Chamber / WrestleMania. That's a possibility that may happen. KO may not win clean. He may not win and get it and beat Logan. Logan may retain, but it won't be a clean retain. It will be a dirty retain. And I can see him and Kevin Owens, they're building this feud that they got going on. It could get extended out through Elimination Chamber and even culminating at WrestleMania 40 in Philadelphia. So at least that's how I see it. Other than that, I'm looking forward. We got Andrade still coming back. We got Jay Cargill still debut. Don't know what shows they'll be on, but WWE will be definitely stacked roster. Stacked roster. On Raw, SmackDown, NXT, whatever. So there's lots of talent to be unloaded on all rosters. And like I said, all these free agents or soon-to-be free agents want to come to WWE. You better have your boots and your gear ready and be ready physically and mentally because the competition is fierce among other competitors, men or women. Does not matter. So that's all I got to say regarding that. But the SmackDown review wasn't terrible. It was on its way to being terrible, but it was all right. It was average. I'm expecting some big for the Royal Rumble. We got the Royal Rumble down to 27th, which is what, 20, 22, 23 days, almost 3 weeks away. So I'm not surprised about that we're going to have that coming up. Salute Uncle Jackie Sports Variety Network, salute to you. Thanks for coming out. I know it was on your show earlier, man. You must just end your stream. I will talk to you after my stream. I will DM you, brother. But other than that, SmackDown was the New Year's Revolution review was all right. Wasn't all that. But like I said, we got Royal Rumble coming up. We had all 3 events this week. We had day 1, Monday, NXT New Year's Evil, Tuesday, tonight, SmackDown, New Year's Revolution. So we had plenty of them. You know, we got Royal Rumble coming, so only the best is yet to come for this month coming. Thanks for popping up. No problem, Uncle Jack. No problem, brother. But yeah, this is my review on the SmackDown New Year's Revolution. So that's what I want to do. And that is the end of that for the Wrestle Week news day and night, and also cover the SmackDown New Year's Revolution review. So that is the coverage of that. And this also, of course, is on TBS Turnbuckle Station. No alter ego name I got for the channel. And of course, join me on Red Carpet Ring. I'm sorry, this is Red Carpet Ring. What am I saying? Toss Ring Scandal, my other channel. That will be TNT, the Toxic News Turmoil. Alter ego name for that channel. Check me out on X and Facebook and Instagram. And that's all I have regarding all of the wrestling news and the coverage of WWE live show commentary reaction and the SmackDown New Year's Revolution. So thank you all for coming out. This is the coverage here. Soon, 2 videos will pop up for the Red Carpet Ring. First video, why is this rivalry is getting stale? Second video, beginning of year TV PLE recap. Thank you all for coming out tonight on live chat and playback. Until then, it is OUT.